I feel like I have a responsibility to talk about what the process I'm having is with starting these new businesses and growing them and adding on new businesses and all of that. So I don't know. With this, I'm going to try not to like really have much of a character or a persona. I'm just going to talk about what's been going on. So it's been, I don't know. Last August is when I first bought. The end of that August, I bought the Tai Lopez training. And I started going through that, and I started doing some small projects, just working with, I'm kind of lucky. A lot of my friends have businesses, even if they're just cottage businesses. And so doing like setting up someone's Yelp page for $50 or posting to their LinkedIn for $50 a month. And did some SEO for a couple hundred, and I built someone's website for 300. I actually built a $300 website and a $350 website right early on, and I didn't know how to build websites. I didn't know how to do any of that. I didn't know how to do SEO. I didn't know how to automate LinkedIn. I didn't know how to set up a Yelp page. Nothing. And a lot of it isn't even social media, so that's kind of fun. But I think the thing that the training did is it got me to start thinking in a different way and looking for opportunities to have business and to make money outside of a 9 to 5. And my 9 to 5, by the way, it's no tiny job. I'm in a senior position. And I don't say that to brag because it's not like I'm a senior VP of Bank of America or something. But it's something I had to work towards. So I've been trying to do this on the side, and it's a hell of a challenge. But I got that up and running, and last month I built a website for over $3,000, and I started adding SEO and PPC services into what I do, and I'm outsourcing a lot of that, but I have a really good team that I work very closely with, so I feel like it's almost like they're part of my company, just contractors. And last month, revenue was around $6,000. So I went from doing $50 a month for certain things to $6,000 in a single month. And I don't know exactly what it'll be this upcoming month. It won't be that high, but it's still going to be, it'll still be at least a couple $1,000s just in side money. And then I'm starting up a drop shipping store. And what I'm really excited about is actually have a business that I'm creating with one of my friends, and it's going to be on how to get a job. I was in the recruiting industry. This guy was an absolute top performer in a national recruiting agency, like President's Award level guy, probably the number 1 or 2 in the company. So we have a course we're putting together, and I really have no problem with 9 to 5s. I think for most people, that's the way that they should go. But for myself, obviously, I'm gearing more towards entrepreneurship, and that's what I want to do. Maybe I'm going to do blended for a while. Maybe I'll skip over to just having my own businesses. We'll see. But so I guess just to anyone who's taken the courses, if they're wondering, does it pay off? I think for me, it totally did. And I can still do social media for people. Like, I built up that skill set. But it's not my favorite. Like, that's one of the things I found out doing it is that I don't love doing social media. It's okay, but I would prefer to do the actual digital advertising, the Facebook ads, the website design. Those are the things I really love and I get excited about. And so it's kind of cool, like just taking that step out and getting the course, which wasn't that expensive. I mean, I got the discount on it. Maybe it was like $700, $700. And I learned so much just about thinking like an entrepreneur, looking for money, looking for opportunities, getting outside of a mindset that I have to do everything 9 to 5 and that I have to get paid by the hours. I mean, I'm salary, so it's not like I get paid by the hour, but still, it's that mindset of a 9 to 5er. So it's been amazing, and I made my money back. Like, it took me a couple months, but I made the money back fairly quickly. And then now it's just all been profit. In fact, I appreciated the course so much that what I did now is I went and I bought another one of Ty's courses. He was just really promoting this maybe a couple weeks ago. It's his course, How I Make Money Online. And so there's a lot of extra stuff in there that has nothing to do with the social media. There's brand shipping, there's drop shipping and e-commerce and brand creation and affiliate marketing and these other things. And I kind of almost don't want to talk about it that much because so many fewer people are signed up for that than the social media marketing agency. But it's a good program. I'm learning a lot from it. So I started a drop shipping business, and I'm not totally set up yet, but I'm getting my first couple products together, and I see that being an additional stream of revenue. Even if I just mimic some of these sites I'm seeing that do, heck, if I'm doing like, net profit of $60 to $200 a day, that's fine. I mean, even net profit of $60 to $100 a day would really be fine. And it's very doable. It's very achievable. So I'm loving taking these proven methods of building businesses and then just trying to implement them myself, going through the training. There's always gaps in these trainings. I mean, with the social media marketing, some of that stuff is old. Like some of the features they're talking about don't exist. Some of the things they're telling you to do, you can't do anymore. The screens look different, different features are there. It's constantly evolving, and the course isn't constantly evolving. They have some weekly updates, and those are good, but it's not the same as revamping the program. And so I think Tai kind of made a set it and forget it kind of thing, which is fine. I'm sure it was a big money maker for him, and obviously it's helped me make a lot of money, but I do wish that there would have been more of a focus on ongoing additional content. So that's my only real complaint with it. The teachers there are actually amazing because he has a lot more people than just himself, showing you specific skills that they specialize in. And then this How I Make Money Online course, it seems like a lot of this is regurgitated material, but it's good regurgitated material. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is that I definitely had to go onto YouTube. I had to find other people. I had to investigate other courses. I signed up for Serial Entrepreneur. That's cereal spelled like breakfast cereal, Cereal Entrepreneur. That's Jordan Steen. He's in Atlanta, which is actually where I'm at right now. I'm here for a sales conference. But that's been a good course, and I did a consulting session with him that wasn't that expensive. And seriously, after I did that consulting session with him, I more than tripled my prices. I quadrupled my prices or more, and I've gotten more business. And I feel a lot more confident. So he was awesome. Definitely look him up. And then, what else do I have to say? Yeah, whoever's doing this, I just like right now I'm trying to do 3.5 businesses plus my job, and it is really hard. It's really hard. Whoever says you can do this in an hour a day or 15 minutes a day, you cannot. It's really freaking hard. This is all I do. I go to my job, on lunch breaks, I'm doing my business. When I get home, I spend some time with my wife, and then I'm doing my business. I go to my church, I come home, and I do my business. And it's just business, 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 and it's a constant grind. And this transition period is really difficult. Like I can't imagine doing this on less than 10 to 12 to 14 hours a day, just trying to make things happen. And it's paying off, but it took months, and I've been working really hard for months. So I just want you to know, here's the biggest takeaways I can give you. And so biggest takeaways is you have to take a course. You can't just do YouTubes. YouTubes are too scattered, and the YouTube guys are trying to sell you on their courses most of the time. So it doesn't work. Don't just do YouTube. It's stupid. Get in a course that has some kind of structure to it and has some kind of group that you can be with going through it. Like the social media marketing agency, their private Facebook group is awesome. I've had stuff I was totally stumped on, threw it down into the feed, and then within a couple hours, I have someone giving me exactly the answer I need, exactly the way to move forward. Plus, I've gotten business from that group because I do website design, and a lot of those guys don't do website design because it's really hard. It's a completely different skill set to learn on top of the social media marketing. So take a course, take 2 courses. Tai's is great. I don't know why people talk crap about it because it's a fantastic course and it gives you such an edge over a lot of people. So if you're ripping on it, I have no idea why. It's awesome. It's totally worth the money. I mean, one good month and you can triple that money back. And then Serial Entrepreneur, his course is pretty good. I'm just kind of starting it, and I like it so far. I haven't seen enough of it though yet to give it a real review. And this How I Make Money Online course, this has been a good one, but it's totally different. Like, it's not social media at all. It's these different kinds of e-commerce and things like that. So definitely take courses. Another thing is, like I said, it was when I did a consultation with this guy that my business really took off, because he told me, this is one of the things that you don't necessarily get in the course, because a lot of things are exaggerated. Like, someone's going to give you $1,000 a month for doing nothing, for posting on their Facebook. Maybe some of you guys have been successful with that. I haven't. Most people don't want to pay that to me. So the $1,000 to $10,000 a month, I don't have a $10,000 a month package. Some guys out there, I'm sure you do. I don't. So I think that the pricing is exaggerated, at least for where I live in some small town, even if I am kind of close to a metropolitan area. So I think that's kind of exaggerated. So don't expect that necessarily. But anyway, what I was trying to say is, once I did this consultant thing, then I took my prices up significantly and got a lot more confidence in it. And the thing I was trying to say about the pricing is, this guy told me, all right, for $1,000 a month, what exactly does he do? Piece by piece, what is $1,000 a month? Piece by piece, what is $400 a month? Piece by piece, what is $2,000 a month? And since he's already doing this and he was very transparent about his pricing, it let me know. And I could tell him, look, I'm trying to make an extra $3,000 a month. What are the different paths I have to do this? And he said, look, for your interests, what you're trying to do, what you're good at, what you're focusing on, you can do this, this, or this. You can do website management for 10 people, and that'll be maybe 20 hours a month, and that'll be $300 a client. You could do Facebook for 3 people. You could do whatever. He just broke down the packages, and no one in the course could talk to me that personally and that clearly. So I think you have to do consultations. And so that was awesome. And just across the board, anything I've tried to learn is consultations. I used to be a jazz musician. I used to play like professional jazz gigs on guitar. Can you imagine doing that just looking at YouTubes? I used to play with the guys who just looked at YouTubes, and they sucked. They sucked so bad. So, by the way, I think I'm getting a good double chin here and a little shine on my nose, so that looks good. All right, and then what else would I say? It's constant execution. You have to do that. If you're not executing on everything you're being taught, then it's totally pointless. You're just wasting money. And the last thing, and this is probably the single most important thing I could say, there is nothing more important that you can do than get your first client. Until you're actually working with a client, it's nothing. It's all worthless. But once you start working with that first client, and you start seeing, what is it really like to invoice someone? What is it really like to build a business relationship with them? What do I actually have to do with them? Wait, how do I get admin rights on this? Wait, how do I set up this account? Oh, Yelp doesn't want me to talk to them because I'm not the owner of the business. What's my workaround? Once you actually start to do stuff, that's when you actually get real world experience. Theory is only so useful. You have to actually do the work. All right, so I'm getting towards 15 minutes. I think that that's going to be too long if I go any farther. So let me just summarize. Take courses, get consultations, get yourself a freaking client that you can work for. And I had one other one in there, and I bet it was really good. And fill in your gaps. You're not going to get everything you need just from the course. You'll get 80% of it. The other 20% is where YouTube and Google comes in. All right, that's all I got, so I'm out. I hope that this is helpful for you guys. Like I said, I'm just trying to be transparent. I'm not trying to be any special person or anything. I'm just hanging out here in a V-neck white t-shirt with my chins hanging out. And I hope that this is useful, because I know it's been really hard for a lot of other people too. And if you're struggling, I hope that this gives you a little bit of help and direction. Because I got to tell you, now that I was able to pull in over 6,000 in a single month, and I know I'm going to be able to keep making more money and ramp it up, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. Just be willing to grind. Okay? All right. Talk to you later.